Hey everyone, so today's video I wanted to talk about my first impressions of makeup school. Well, if you basically watched some of my other videos, I said that I was moving from Florida back to Chicago to attend makeup school. So I am back in lovely freezing cold Chicago, and my first day was supposed to be this Monday, but of course because of the negative 16-degree weather, it was postponed to Tuesday. So I thought I would just do like a I hope it's quick but not overly long, like a first impressions type of thing of how I think makeup school is going so far. Was it really what I expected it to be? Is it worth spending the money to go to makeup school? I've only been in school for 3 days, but as of right now, even though it's my third day, I can completely with full confidence say that I absolutely love being in makeup school right now. I have never felt so confident that I have wanted to do this as my career, so I'm really, really, really glad that I decided to sign up for this. Basically, the first day, of course, they hand out like syllabuses, syllabuses for us, about what the schedule is going to be like, what we're going to do, and of course the first day is just more like lecture instead of hands-on, which is perfectly fine with me. Basically, my main concern was getting everything ready for my freelance makeup kit because they do stress on that very, very heavily. The first class that I'm taking, you don't need everything. They do provide most of it for you, but the second class you do need to bring in a full-blown makeup kit with brushes, lipsticks, lip products, glosses, eyeshadows, blushes, bronzers, everything. So I pulled a couple things from my own collection that I don't use as much and put them into my freelance kit. So basically right off the bat, one of the things that they suggested was having a makeup, how do I put this? Makeup like kit where you put everything inside, and they had a couple options for us. Some of them were on the cheaper side, and like of course the most expensive one was a suitcase, like a roller suitcase. It was $350, which is crazy, but it has insane amounts of storage, so maybe as a birthday present. But I ended up getting this one. It is a black bag, and it has like a bunch of like little holders in the front, and it is huge on the inside. Like, I don't know if you can see all that, but there's a lot of space in there. So right off the bat, I decided to get that just so I can start putting things in there for my makeup stuff, and I already have like some in these like awesome really ghetto bags, but I just wanted everything to be organized. And then the second thing that I got was a palette, to put the foundations on, or moisturizers, or whatever it is, and of course the palette knife that goes with it. So, and then I also got this bag to hold all my lip stuff in. The most stuff that I have is lip stuff, which I don't know why, because I am not a huge lip person at all. Like, the most I wear is just I throw on chapstick every day and I just run out the door. So I have a lot of lip products, obviously, so I wanted to get a bag to hold all of it in. So I got that one, and we also got makeup magazines for inspirations, and they did have a textbook, but we don't use it. My instructor said that it goes a little bit off the curriculum, which is I think why she doesn't use it, but she said that has great information. They sold it in the store that we go to school in, and if anybody wanted to purchase it, they could be more than welcome to. So it is actually this book, Milady Standard. So I got it, and I have been reading it on the train. It is fantastic so far. Like, I am really glad that I got this book. This book, for us, it was $50. I'm not sure if you went online to see how much it was, how much it would be, but so far I'm really enjoying it. I take notes out of it. I do the review questions out of it just for my own knowledge, and it is really interesting to see them talk about the history of makeup and where makeup came from and originated from and how far it's come along. So, it's just interesting to me to know that stuff. So basically that was the first day. The second day we learned about facial structures, like facial anatomy. I will say this, well, see, I had a friend who actually went to makeup school. I don't think she went to the same one as I did, but all she wanted to do was do makeup. So she didn't understand why she had to learn the facial anatomy parts, because you do get charts and things, and you do have to learn like the bone structures, like what this bone is called. And she just basically said, well, I don't feel like, why do I need to know that? I just want to do makeup. So, I mean, if you're not the type of person that likes to learn about bone structure, you're just going to have to, like, deal with it because it's part of, like, facial anatomy and what highlights or go on what part of the face. So, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of that class. But I mean, it was whatever. I mean, it was really a learning experience, and we got to draw these awesome skulls, which mine should really go in the Art Institute Museum of Chicago. I mean, it's pretty amazing right there. So, and then we got to draw like facial, face charts. We had to practice face charts. So definitely need to practice some of those. That was pretty much the second day. The third day, well, which was today, was the most interesting because we picked out what kind of skin combination goes with who, and I have super, super oily skin. Like, it is a problem. And coming from Florida back to Chicago, when I lived in Florida for 2.5 years, it was torture. I would wake up in the morning with an oil lake on my face. Like, it's disgusting. And some of you are just like, what? That's really gross. Yeah, it is really gross. And so I was so excited for this class. And as soon as our teacher said, is there anybody in here with really oily skin? My hand was the first one to shoot up. Like, oh my goodness. So I got to be demoed on, and she basically just told us ways to prep and prime the skin, what mattifiers to use for oily people, and as soon as she put the mattifiers on and the moisturizer on, usually when I put on moisturizer, I feel like it's not greasy, but I don't like the feeling of it on my face. But when she put it on, I felt amazing. Like, my skin felt so clean and just soft all over. It didn't feel oily, it didn't feel greasy. So I definitely need to go back and see what she used on me so I can get some. And then at the end we got to play in foundation, and that was really exciting because, oh cool, of course. So when you go to makeup school, you think like, oh yeah, I get to wear makeup every day. Yeah, no, that's totally not right. So I basically have to like walk the streets of Chicago without any makeup on, and I mean, since it's freezing cold here, everybody has their hoods on and nobody's really looking at you, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But for some people, I could tell it really bothered them, but it's whatever. So, of course, we don't have any makeup on, so when the teacher says, yeah, you guys can put foundation on yourselves, everybody literally jumped out of their seats and ran to the stations. Like, it was crazy. And yeah, so I actually got really, really good results on my foundation. I use the Makeup Forever HD, and they provide this stuff to you. And I had to mix two of them, like a lighter color and a darker color together to get my skin tone. You probably can't even tell if I have any on because the lighting is just in my face. But yeah, my teacher basically came, and because we have to check with them before we leave, and she's like, wow, yours looks so perfect. Like, yeah, it looks really good. And I told her, I was like, yeah, it was the Makeup Forever HD, and I don't remember which two colors I mixed together, so I kind of want to go back and figure out which colors I had mixed together, because a year ago I used the Makeup Forever Velvet Matte Plus, and I hated it. I hated it so much. It caked up so much in my forehead, and I know I wasn't using that much, and I had read the reviews online, and it said it was super good for oily skin, but I also saw some people say that it caked up on their face, and I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just spend the $46 or however much it was and get it. Yeah, I used it like 3 times and I threw it away. It was terrible. But the HD, like, I still feel like my face isn't oily at all, and I can still feel like the moisturizer on it. Probably shouldn't touch my face. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing. It is hard to record some tutorials. I do have to wake up at like 8 o'clock, and then I take the train up there. I don't start school till 2, but I do have to take an earlier train. Otherwise I won't make it there in time. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, and if you do want to become a makeup artist, I mean, I know a lot of really good self-taught makeup artists, and that's awesome. For me, personally, I just like having structure in learning. So I like to go to school, and I like to learn, but I also am aware that not everybody can afford that. So I would just suggest, if you're self-teaching yourself, go on makeup schools YouTubes, like YouTube makeup schools around your area, and watch their tutorials, or like watch like Jaclyn Hill or like Nicole Guerrero, which everybody does because they're awesome. And I mean, just learn from them and just practice on yourself. But I do not regret my decision at all to go to makeup school. I absolutely love it. I love being there, and I really can't wait to continue my courses. So I'm going to be there for about half a year, I think. I'm not sure. I think it's half a year. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will try to get some more tutorials recorded for everyone, and probably come back with a end of school impression after my my basic 1 course is done. So yeah, keep tuned, and I hope everyone's night is good, and if you're in freezing weather like me, stay warm. Bye.